Hello you beautiful people. So in this video I'm demonstrating street photography in computer games. So after each clip I will show you the finished picture. And these are all taken from my stream that is also on this channel. So I'm going to hand you over to past me to talk you through my thought processes. Now I really like the nonchalant way that guy is with his sword. Drop this down a little bit. And again, I'm trying to find a straight edge to marry it against, so that's nice and straight now. Yeah, we'll just do that shot. Right, so in my last stream I explained aperture exceptionally poorly. What I was trying to say while gaming, I mean I'm in photo mode now so it's fine, but so the bigger the number, the smaller the hole, and for reasons unknown to me, what that means, or what that results in, is everything in focus. Now, the smaller the number, the wider the hole. And what that allows you to do is to have a similar effect to here, where the foreground is nice and sharp and in picture, or the subject, whatever you want, and everything else is nicely blurred. So as you can see, field of view is... Now this has a strange effect to it, so I'm just going to keep it as it was, which is about 70. I want the focal distance to be really close, and I want the aperture to be not massively strong. I'm just going to increase the focal distance now. You can see that is exactly what I'm looking for, because if I go any further, then the flames in the background become, between his hand and the sword becomes a little bit sharper, and that detracts from what I'm looking at. And I rather like how the tip of the sword is starting to get a bit blurred. It's just a bit moody, and I rather like moody for this one. I'm actually really liking that. I think maybe, well, we'll take the shot just in case I ruin it. And let's just try different heights. No, I'm quite happy with that as well. What my thinking behind it is this bit here is what's known as a leading line. And it just feeds into, or leads your eye towards Spider-Man. And if I can go to frame, can't go to frame. Okay, they don't have them. But in a portrait shot, that will work quite well. So you'll have a little bit of the contrast with the white on the door. Matches his suit. You've got the blue, matches his suit, but then you've got the dark on the right hand side. You've got the line drawing your eye all the way to him, and slightly yellow, and normally orange and blue goes really well together. So the shot I'm looking for is like an Abbey Road like picture. So drop that down a little bit. We've got our 4 people, but it's just completely wrong. I'm going to take it just in case. I'm going to move this guy in the middle between the buildings so he stands out a little bit.
Sweet dreams.
And again, You can do great photo modes, pictures with this. Now I've already got that pose, actually on that character as well. But I'm rather liking the smoke. So this is a different angle to that original pose, which is on Instagram if you're interested. So I'm going to have it quite far out. I like the fact he has a book. He's not reading it, which is a shame, but I rather like it. No. Need to be a little bit out of sight. Hopefully we'll go back to reading it like this one here. In fact, that is a great pose. Really is. Reminds me of some of my Red Dead Redemption pictures, actually. So how can I maximize that, though? Because her body language is quite closed and self-conscious. Oh, she's doing a puzzle. Okay, that's kind of cool. What I'm thinking is following... No, I was trying to follow the line of the pencil. And then drop it down a little bit. So that's as far down as I can go. Again, we're going to experiment with aperture. And what I'm looking to do, and the reason I'm keeping it quite strong, is I want it to be her in her own little world. Because it's similar to when you're reading a book or when you're focusing on something, the outside world just blurs out completely. And I'd rather enjoy that sort of image. I think the aperture is a little bit too strong. So let's drop it down a bit. Yeah, it's just a nice little moment. Still not convinced about the angle. I like the raindrops below her. Yeah. And behind her. I think that's a better picture. I mean, why would you not? Really? That's a strong pose there. Nope. This is when you need a tilt lens. So that's the best I'm going to do. I mean, ideally, I would love to be able to frame this exactly how I want it so you can see, but unfortunately that's not possible. So this is going to be a fairly strong crop on the end result picture. Actually, I should be able to show you that. Because if I drop down, I lose the picture. But that's effectively what I'll be going for. So I'm just pulling it back just enough that I can see my feet. And then see if I can accentuate this a little bit more. Oh, this is going to be difficult. Can we do it? That's the question. That's the best I'm going to do. I don't think it's the pizzeria, although I am rather liking that little area. I think it's the pizzeria. If it's not, it is now. And what I'm trying to do is get an interesting angle on the chairs. There's going to be a portrait picture. Let's raise that up a little bit. Because I'm really liking the darkness of that. I may even fade the picture slightly. Whereas this guy, quite a strong pose. I'm just trying to get the right angle. And what I mean by strong is I'm a sucker for green and black for a start. So his balaclava and his jacket. You've got the green against the red, so two balancing colours there, which works really well, which is also accentuated in his trousers and in his shoes. The gun is quite a prominent thing, and also the light behind him frames him really well, so that's what I mean by a strong character. It just makes a good composition. And see what else we can get, because that makes a fairly interesting shot as well. I knew there was a shot in there, I just didn't know what angle to go for. Guy in the background. You can sort of muck around with framing. There's something wrong with the guy's hand in the foreground, but that, I think I can get away with doing that to some extent. So just out of one pause, I've got 3 pictures there. I chose these clips to show how just pausing and looking around can get you some great photos. And that's one of the advantages of being a virtual photographer, is you literally pause the world around you in most games. And so you can just move slightly left or right, or if in one of the clips in here when I took the 3 photos in one, I was actually zooming around. So don't be afraid to move away from what originally attracted you. I mean, some of the other shots were simply because I was happy with the finished results. So if you want to see more videos of virtual photography, then please like and subscribe, and also say in the comments what sort of thing you would like me to cover. And if you are curious, all of the photos from all of my streams, I edit them and then I put them on Instagram, which you can find by simply searching King of Etiquette, all lowercase, all one word. But that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you soon. Goodbye.